Good evening. This is John Apodaca from Cocktail Television and Daddy-O's Martinis, coming to you from the historic Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. And inside here, we are sitting at the spare room. And right before me, I have Marc and Med, founders of this place. Can you tell us, say hi?
Hey guys.
Hello.
Can you tell us a little bit about the spare room? What was your inspiration? Why you started this?
Okay. Yeah, I think there's multiple inspirations, but I think the main one is we felt there was a true lack of a few things in Hollywood proper. One was a great place to get a great cocktail, and on top of that, a place that can also give the idea of fun in a bar. And I think that's what we really took into play when creating this space, because this is, in essence, a gaming party. And it was to promote the spirit of gaming and people being social with one another rather than being in a loud, dark place where you can't have a great conversation, you can't meet someone, you can't talk about the cocktail you're drinking, or hear the game you're playing. So I think that was a big part of it.
Yeah, we really want to, create a premium experience, something that people really appreciate, from the design to the cocktails, which we can talk more about. It has been absent in Hollywood proper for quite a while, and like we were discussing before, it truly is the birthplace of cocktails. And historically, Hollywood has given birth to some of the most famous, best cocktails, and I think in honoring that tradition, we wanted that to be a focal point of the product that we use.
Great. What are some of your specialties?
Cocktail-wise?
Cocktail-wise, of course.
I would say right now we launched a summer menu a couple months back, and it seemed there's a drink called a Hot Day in South Central, which is a tequila drink, which is a huge hit right now. It has an element of spice from some chile, and it cools it off with some cucumber, both muddled and a fresh slice of cucumber in there. And I think the combination is not only refreshing, but has that nice bite that you need for this summer night.
And I think we're very interested in seasonal ingredients. Obviously, the cocktail that Marc described is something that we put on our menu for the summertime. We look forward to the fall and winter because we are first and foremost a spirit-forward bar. We have a great selection of bourbons and ryes and cognacs. So we like to experiment with all types of different spirits, but I think we pay attention to the seasons. We have some fun tiki spins. It's our menu, our summer menu, which is really fun. There's
Well, we have a great drink tonight.
The Summertime Blues.
Right.
That's one of my favorites, actually.
And not to cut you off, but tonight you're sitting here on a Wednesday, and Wednesdays throughout the summer, we've done a little Cape Cod promo. So here from our back bar, we make fresh lobster rolls and serve them on Wednesday nights. And we also have a drink called the Nantucket Sound, which has very much seasonal ingredients inside of it, cantaloupes, gin, and we make a homemade spiced ginger sorbet, scoop of that's just right on top of the drink. So it gives you that real refreshing summertime, from day into night, that nice evening hour.
Oh, I'd like to try that.
Well, you will.
You should. It's delicious.
Now, this used to be an actual bowling alley, wasn't it?
No.
It wasn't?
This was actually a storage closet. There was nothing here at all. So Med and myself had the idea and the concept and put it into this room. So those lanes which are real wood bowling lanes, not synthetic as most alleys use these days. We found these in Texas and refurbished them and hopefully restored them to its original beauty and custom made pretty much everything else around it, including the games. We talk about a craft cocktail, and I think it was as important for the games in our place, because we are a gaming parlor, for that to match the quality of the cocktails.
Could you both tell me how you both got involved with the craft cocktail movement?
Well, for me, I think it stemmed from my love of food. Obviously, my love of booze, But I love Scotch and have loved Scotch for a long time, and then I kind of started expanding my horizons into tequilas, and I also love wine and food, and I think combining good spirit with different vegetable elements, fruit elements, was just really interesting for me, because I see them not as just liquid. It's almost like a plate of food sometimes.
Oh, like liquid cooking.
It's liquid cooking, and I think that's what really originally attracted me to craft cocktails. The care in which a cocktail was made was similar, like the care in which a chef took pride and cooked with love into a meal. So I think that's the first thing that really attracted me to the craft cocktail.
And I think with me, definitely the culinary world is very much the same. Being a person who loves food and loves gathering around a table with friends, more of the inspiration here in these group gatherings. But even more so, it's the attention to detail in a craft cocktail.
Yes.
And as you can see from our venue, we care very much about attention to detail, almost obsessively. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not quite sure at this point, but I know the attention to detail that our bartenders show in making every single drink, whether it be a beautiful cocktail that they've created and invented and it's on our menu, or even if someone comes in and simply wants a gin and tonic, and how they're going to make that simple cocktail, but what's the attention to detail there? What about the ice, the house-made tonic that we have? Which gin do we use to pour? And I think that's all a part of the craft cocktail movement and what's happening right now. It's very exciting.
I was going to say, and I think a lot of your well is actually top grade, top shelf for other places.
It is at times. I mean, obviously it's still affordable and still cost effective for both the customer and for us, but we still want that quality top to bottom to be there as much as it can be. We also do a lot of punch bowls here, a lot of punch service. And back to our thing about groups again, we love group gatherings, and we have 3 different size punch bowls. So if it was just the 3 of us, we can order a small. If it was 5 of us, we can order a medium, and if it's 10 of us, we can order a large. And they're really affordable.
They're very well priced, and to touch upon what Marc was just saying, everything in this place was built around social interaction and group gathering. So the punch bowl for us was a natural thing to gravitate towards. Obviously, I think traditionally there's this kind of stigma attached to punch bowls, where it's just like you take whatever liquor in your mother's alcohol cabinet, you pour it all together and serve it as a punch. We've taken the exact opposite approach, and they're really artfully crafted. They're well balanced. They're like a giant, well cared for cocktail with fresh ingredients, and I think it really the fact that people are actually serving, ladling their own glasses really brings people together.
Are these some of the 19th century punches, or are they new punches that you've come up with?
They're both, yeah. I think we've honored some classics, as well as given some of our incredible bartenders the freedom to create their own stuff. So it's always a pleasure to have them tinkering back there and coming up with new stuff.
Anything else you want to tell people to encourage them to come down, or?
I think the biggest thing is some people being inside this hotel in such a busy area, right across the street from Rauma's Chinese Theater, and we're on the Walk of Fame here, and this is a hotel that's been here since 1927. And I think sometimes people are a little hesitant of the traffic or the situation in the hotel, and I really want to encourage people to put that to the side. We validate parking here. It's $6 for 3 hours. So it makes it much more affordable at a hotel, and we are an accessible bar, and we think that you can find a great cocktail in Hollywood, and we'd love them to try and find it here.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to say?
I think that's it. Come on down.
There we go. Thank you for joining Cocktail Television. Please, when you're in the Hollywood area, make it a point to stop by the spare room inside the historic Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. Thank you for joining us.